Yes. Okay. Yeah. We are discussing about different types of keys here. We have a primary key. What is a primary key? It's a unique key in a table, and it is used to identify other non-key attributes. So what do you mean by non-key? Other than key attribute, that is called as a non-key attribute. In this table, what I am showing now, so I have created an student table, right? Student ID, roll number, first name, last name, and email. So here, student ID is the primary key. Okay, today we'll discuss what you mean by alternate key and what you mean by candidate key. So here coming to the alternate key. So what do you mean by alternate key? Like other than other than the candidate key attributes that you did not choose a primary key column, you don't have any primary key column. So then particular thing will called as a alternate key. Say suppose example, if you forgot to so when you are downloading exam form like hall ticket, so if you forgot to enter your ID, then you can use either roll number or email ID in place of it, right? I'll just repeat, when you are downloading any hall ticket like UGC exam, any exam, whatever the exam you're writing, if you forgot to the hall ticket number or the number, application number, so then you can give a roll number as well as email ID. So this is how we have a alternate key. So what do you mean by alternate key? So it is a key where you can choose a particular column as an alternate key. If you don't have any like if you want to choose in place of primary key, that is alternate key. So in this table we can see roll number and email is the alternate key. If you forgot the student, if you don't remember the student ID, then you're going to enter roll number as well as email. Sometimes did you notice like where we will be using applications like so when you forgot your email ID, okay, so when you forgot your email ID, I mean password, what you need to do is that it will ask for enter your existing this thing email ID, right? So the password will be resetted. Okay, you are going to reset the password. It will ask for the alternate email ID. Yes or no? Why it will ask for a email, alternate email ID in order to send a link or a the code wave. Once you enter the code, you're going to log into your account as usual, or you can restart your account. So this is how we have an alternate keys. So alternate keys can be used in place of a primary key, right? The best example where everywhere we use this, like application form we use, and then when you are using your emails. Yeah, did you notice when you are using your emails, will it
Yes, ma'am.
ask? Yes, will it ask for email alternate email ID?
Yes.
Yes, that is how we are using this alternate key. So what is a key? Key is unique in a table, right? So here, so this is how we have what is alternate key. Okay, coming to the next one, here also you can see. So in this table, I have taken the other table with other details, student ID, roll number, first name, last name, email, class and marks. So here in the above table, student ID, roll number and email can be a primary key. So what are the different primary keys we have? Student ID, roll number and email can be a primary key. So here if we select student ID as a primary key, then roll number and email will be alternate key. Why we use this? Alternate keys in place of it. Even you can enter your student ID or you can enter roll number and email together when you are downloading the application. Have you noticed that when you're downloading your hall ticket, I want you to unmute and answer? Sudha, have you used one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Shivaji?
ma'am.
Shivaji? Sai?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So like it will ask for alternative thing. If not this one, right there we are going to use this here also. So once you don't know, like if you want to enter both, right, then we'll be using alternate key. Here, what is the alternate key? Roll number and email is the alternate key. It is also called as secondary key. Primary key,
Oh,
it is called as secondary alternate key. Okay. So this is how we have a concept of alternate key or secondary key. Clear, understood?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. How about Shivaji?
Yeah, alternate keys or secondary keys both are same.
Yes, alternate key or secondary key is same. Like if you forgot the hall ticket number, okay, if you forgot the enrollment code of your exam, what you are applied, so in place of that, you can enter date of birth and email. So
Yeah,
your
yeah.
date of birth and email is an alternate key. Then you are able to download the hall ticket. Sometimes you may not able to remember the application number, right? So in place
yes.
of application number, you can enter your date of birth and you can enter the date of birth and email. So then you are going to access your data from the database, right? So that is how we will be using. This is a functionality of alternate key. Shall I go with the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how, and how we'll do with the queries, just we'll create a table. Okay, what table we'll create? That is student ID, roll number, first name, last name, email, class, as well as the marks. Okay, shall we go for creating a table again? Yeah, one
Yes,
can
ma'am.
just make a
Yes,
note
ma'am.
of these columns. Yeah, one can make a note of this so that when I'm typing the query, you can tell me the column names. Anyone
Yes,
is doing
ma'am.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I stop sharing?
1 second.
You want me to share again, ma?
First name, last name,
Hmm.
roll number, email, class and marks. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, class and
You
then
can-
marks. Okay. Yeah. So we'll go to our SQL window. Yeah. So first I'll be creating a table. So before that, what I should create? I should create a, yes, Sai has to
Date.
answer. Sai, unmute and answer. How to create a database? Sai, lot of
Create data.
yeah, create. Yeah, create. Yeah, database. Yeah, database name, right? Student. Okay, underscore. We'll take ABC. Okay, otherwise we'll take 2022. Then, yes, what I should do now? Select it and click on execute.
Use this data.
Yeah, okay. Then I need to create a table, create table. Table name. What is the name of a table? Student table. Student. Yeah, say suppose student
Table.
underscore, I'll be taking, open the bracket, SI be on mute. Yeah. Okay, so here we are creating a table. So what are the columns, ma? The first column we have,
Student ID,
yeah, student ID. It should be a
roll number,
numeric,
student ID,
numeric. Then
and roll number,
student ID. So what type of key it is, ma? It's a primary key, right?
primary key,
Yeah, primary key. Okay, next.
roll number,
Yeah, roll number. What type of key it is, ma?
numeric.
Yeah, guys, one more thing. I don't know. I couldn't whether I informed you or not. When you are writing a column names here, no spaces permitted. Say, suppose if I want to write, I cannot write like this. No space in between the column names. So you can just remove the space, or you can use a underscore. Clear? I'll just repeat. When you are typing your column names, no space in between the columns. Column names. You can use either only the underscore.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Then roll number,
Roll
space.
number,
Yeah, numeric.
numeric,
Mm.
10,
So then,
alternate,
yeah, what type of key it is, ma?
alternate.
Yes, not null will take. Okay. Next.
Next we have first name.
Yes, ma, what's the column name?
First name.
First name. Okay. First name. Okay. We'll be taking varchar of 10. So what will take? Not null, because it's compulsory value. Then do we have last name, ma?
Last name.
Yes, last name of 10. Then
Not null.
yes, what's the next column, ma?
Email.
Email. Okay, email space varchar. Okay, so varchar of 15. So not null.
Yeah.
Then
Class.
yeah, class varchar of 15. Then
Marks.
yeah, marks. We have a marks column. Marks space numeric of 10. Okay, then yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then close it, semicolon. So then there is already, see, I think that's a very advantage of here is that it's showing that object is already existing. Like student underscore Lalita is there. So this is advantage of using this SQL server management. If anything goes wrong, it is showing the error there itself. So now I can correct the error. Right now you can see that that underline went off. Just click on execute it. So this is how we are going to create a database. So here, which is the primary key? Student ID is the primary key. And which is the alternate key? Roll number and email is a alternate key, right? This is how we are going to use the concept called alternate key as well as the primary key. Okay, primary key and alternate key. Understood? So I think everyone knows how to insert a data, insert into table name, space values. And you want me to show again or understood about inserting? Yeah, okay. I'll just,
Understood about it.
yeah. Okay, then we'll go back to the next key. I'll just stop sharing this one. Okay, we'll go back to the PPT. Yeah. Okay, so this is how we have a concept called secondary key. Okay, primary key and secondary key. Secondary key is also called as alternate key. Then we'll see the candidate key. So what do you mean by candidate key? So here, so it is an attribute. What do you mean by attribute? Column. Okay, every table will have a key that is called candidate key. So I'll just repeat, what is a candidate key? It is a column or set of columns so that uniquely identifies each row in a relation. That is called, it can have more than one candidate key. So candidate key, we can have a table with more than one candidate key. So what are the different candidates? I mean, primary key, roll number and email, all these will called as a candidate key. I'll just repeat what is a candidate key. So candidate key, it is a column. What is the column name here? Student ID is a column, roll number is a column, first name is a column, last name is a column, and email is a column. Here in a relational database, in the relation, what we'll call here, column is called as a attribute. Column is called attribute. So what do you mean by attribute? Properties. I'll just see what is attribute. The properties is called as a attribute. Properties of an entity. Properties, you don't get confused with the new terminologies. Okay, I'll just repeat what is attribute. The properties of an entity. What is an entity here? Example, student is an entity. Entity is nothing but an object. Entity is nothing but an object. Student is an entity. Employee is an entity. Class is an entity. Board is an entity. Pen is an entity. Like object. Are you able to understand what I'm explaining? What is an entity?
Yes, ma'am.
Object. So even my mouse is an entity. For every entity, we have a attribute, that is properties. If I say, what are the attributes for an employee? Employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee age. So all these will called as a attributes. So attributes for an employee entity, right? So this is what is an attribute? The properties of an entity. If I ask you the question, what are the properties for an entity class? Yes. Can you tell me the properties for a class? You want me to repeat again my question? What are the properties for a class?
Board,
Not that one, class name, class ID,
class name,
class number, right? This is how we have. What are the properties for a course?
Course name, course ID.
Yes, course ID, course name, course fees, right?
course
Course
enrollment,
timings.
Yes, very good. Course timings. So
course
all,
enrollment.
course enrollment ID. So all these are the properties of an entity. And understood what is an entity? Object.
Yes.
So if I ask you, what are the properties of an object like ball? What are the properties for a ball? Yes, what are the properties for a ball?
Ball, manufacturer,
Mm.
Price.
price,
Yes. Mm.
mm,
I think color.
color, yeah, color.
Yes. Color, shape. Yes. Usually we know that ball is round in shape. Even though we'll just discuss about shape also, color, manufacturer, date of manufacturing, date of I think does not have expiry date, date of manufacturing. All these are the properties of an entity, that is object. Okay, understood everyone? So so what are the properties of a customer? What are the-
Customer name,
yes,
customer ID,
yes, customer ID, customer name.
customer address,
Then
customer address, customer name, customer ID,
customer country, right? So where does the
yeah,
customer
country,
reside?
city,
Yeah, state, street, all these comes under the
phone number, and all.
attributes of a customer. So this is how all these, whenever we are storing a data in the form of table, these will call as attributes, the properties.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how we have the concept called candidate key. Every table will have a candidate key. Every table will have more than one candidate key, right? So here candidate key is nothing but the keys, right? Student ID is a primary key, roll number is an alternate key, roll number and name, all the keys comes under the candidate key.
Candidate keys.
Clear? Understood what is candidate key? Different types of
Yes, ma'am.
keys. So what we contain in a table. So why we use the keys? Basically we use keys to identify the row. Can anyone let me any other example? Example where we use this concept. I think
We
whenever.
use.
Yes, ma.
No, go ahead. ma'am.
No, where we use this keys concept.
With
Like one
these, all these three keys,
No, ma,
primary
general
can
keys. Yes, ma, generally.
okay, general keys. We use it for student details or customer details.
Only there. Shivaji, where else we use? Shivaji, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, ma'am.
Where else we use? Daily life also we use. Daily life also we use.
For enrollment, if you want to enroll any candidate,
Hmm.
we will take all the details.
Hmm.
There we will use these keys.
Yeah. Sai, where else we use? No one is coming to the point. The main thing, whenever you go to reserve your tickets, book your ticket, what will you do first? What will you do first?
We'll enter all the details, name.
No,
Mobile number.
Check the
Shivaji.
connection.
Yes, sir.
No, first let me explain. Okay, first you open a website of a railway, Indian Railway, railways.com. Just you open that particular website, you'll be entering the train number. Yes or no? Once you enter the train number, what it is displaying? It displaying all the
Train
details,
details.
all the train details. What is the train number here? It is a primary key.
Primary key.
Understood now? Where we use this
Yes,
key?
ma'am.
Whenever you book a ticket, you don't enter everything. You have to enter only the train number. Then it will show you, or you'll be entering the source point and destination point. Source point and destination point is an alternate key. Is that no?
Yes.
Is it clear? Real example where we use everywhere. That's what you should relate the concept, whatever you're studying, you should relate with the real application. Then only you can use it when you go for like when you start working on this SQL. When you relocate the job on SQL, you can easily work on it because you should know the real example. Okay, this is how we use. Any other example other than this?
Other than this,
Ma, what will you do what will you do once the results are declared when you are studying? Once the
we'll check.
results,
We'll enter our hall ticket number.
is what you will enter only hall ticket number, right? So what is your hall ticket number over there?
It's a primary key.
Yes, exactly. It's a primary key. You open a website. Say suppose if you're studying in a JNTU, You open a JNTU website. Okay, you just click on the link. You'll be entering only your hall ticket number. Once you enter your hall ticket number, you can see that your result will get displayed. What are the name, your name, right? Your marks in concerned
Yeah.
subject. This is how you're going to get it. So this is what we call as a key, real
Correct.
example where we use a key. So no need to enter everything, right? This is how we use key concept in real applications.
Got it.
Yes, everyone clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So this is how we use a concept of keys, candidate key, primary key and alternate key. Okay, so next, one second, I'll just clear the annotation. So here how to use a alternate key. So here I'm just designing this table. So what does this table deals with? Details of all the student. Okay, all the student details, student ID, roll number, first name, last name, email and class. So here, what is the student ID? Student ID is the primary key. Guys, I'm taking multiple examples. That's it. I'm trying to explain more with an examples. This is the third example which I'm discussing. Are you clear? Don't get confused. The first example, I have taken the table. I have taken different columns. I'm trying to explain different examples. Okay. So here we want student ID to be a primary key and roll number to be an alternate key. Okay. If you don't know the student ID, you can enter roll number to get the details of a student. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. This is how we have like just now I said that if you forgot your application number, you'll be entering your date of birth as well as you're going to enter the date of birth as well as email ID. So that is how we have a alternate key. So let us see the query. Okay, just I'm using a create table. I'm using a create table, that is student data I'm using. Okay, I'm just using a student table, student ID, that is not null, roll number not null, first name, last name, email, class, marks, primary key is student ID and unique key is a roll number, that is alternate key. Okay, so this is how we create a query. I think till now we have discussed n number of simple queries. So once we go to the next, I mean the further classes, we can see complex queries. Till now what I'm discussing, only the simple query, single query will be there. Once we keep on going with the subject, we can have like two queries, one query within another query. That is called subqueries. Okay, we'll discuss in the coming classes regarding that. So this is how we have a concept of like the
So
candidate.
primary is key called as a unique, ma'am.
Yes, primary key is called as unique key, ma. Because I think yesterday I'm trying to insert some data which is already existing. What error it is showing, ma?
It is already existed.
Yes, it's already existing and it's showing that the primary key constraint is violated. What does it mean? If I'm having a row here, okay, I have a roll number 1. This data I have. So I am trying to insert the same row again. Then it is showing that the row already inserted, because primary key or any kind of key, it is unique, ma. You cannot enter the same data more than once. It will restrict us not to enter the same data more than once. So why we use this? In order to avoid the duplication. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yes, and the remaining keys we'll discuss in the next class, because I said earlier that you need to be slow in learning the keys. Like just now I gave many examples. I think you are clear with the examples what I gave now.
Yes.
One example is
Yes,
railway.
ma'am.
Railway is the train number. The other example is bus number. The other example is checking your result using your hall ticket number. Right? Then
Yes.
any other example which I gave, like when you are using your this thing, when you forgot your password, so then it will ask you for the alternate email ID. Right? This is how real applications where we use this keys concept. That's what keys concepts plays a very important role. Right? This is how keys are very important in SQL Server. In order to overcome these two things, we can see what's the purpose of using keys? We use a keys to avoid redundancy. What is redundancy? Duplication of data,
Duplication.
right? We have two problems with the duplication. One is updation problem, and what's the other problem we have?
Deletion.
Updation problem and deletion problem.
Deletion.
This is how we work with these keys. Okay, we have remaining keys also. We'll discuss that in the next class. So that I want you to slowly learn the concept of keys, because I
Yeah.
said the keys are similar, looks alike. So understood what are three types of keys I discussed: primary key, foreign key,
Primary key, foreign key,
candidate
candidate
key,
key,
and
alternate
alternate key. Okay. So every table will have a candidate key. Every table, if you doesn't have a primary key, existing column will act as a alternate key. It is also called as secondary key. Okay, so this is how we use the concept of key. So can you tell me what is the difference between null and not null?
Not null is compulsory defined value,
Yes, ma'am. Defined value.
and null
Yes.
is undefined value.
Yes. So null is undefined value. Can you give an example?
Mobile
For
number.
example, if we have employee details, employee ID is a compulsory defined value we have to enter.
Yes, ma'am.
And if suppose like example is mobile number or anything, it be an undefined value. It's not.
Yes, like a student mobile number. If student doesn't
Yes.
have a mobile number, then we can define it as null, undefined value. Student has father number or mother number, but student doesn't have a mobile number on his own. Then we'll be using this kind of not null values. Okay, clear?
Yes.
So, and I think I will switch on to this window. Here also we can see that in this example, we have used primary key, right? And we have used not null, compulsory value. First name, every student has a name, every student has a email, and every student has a first name and last name. That is not null. When you want to define a value, compulsory value, then we'll be using this not null. Compulsory value.
Compulsory defined
Yeah,
values.
okay.
Does
So-
marks and class and marks are not like isn't not compulsory, ma'am?
Yeah, it's compulsory, ma. You can give for this also. Okay, I'm just showing you only for few. Whichever is mandatory, you can give it, ma. Not null. It cannot have a null value.
Okay, ma'am.
This is how we have so, and one more thing, we'll discuss another small topic. Okay, we have a concept called views. So what is a view? View is called as a virtual table. What is meant by virtual table? What is virtuality? What is virtuality?
Where we don't contact in person and
Yes.
Visual, visual.
Yeah. Okay. Then virtual means does not exist in real. Does not exist in real. Okay. Virtual table. It does not exist in real. It does not exist in real. Sudha, mute yourself, ma.
yes, ma'am.
Mute
Yes.
yourself. Yeah. So here we can see that what is a view or virtual table? It does not exist in real. That is, it is a table. Okay, it is a table where it does not contain data on its own. It does not understand clearly what is virtual table. It does not exist in real. It is a table. Okay, where it does not contain any data on its own, but we are going to get the data. We are going to get the data from other tables, other existing table. Okay, existing tables. This is there's one more thing. I'm shifting from keys concept to the new concept because I don't want everything to dump at one go, like keys. I want you to understand the real example of each and every keys. Then only easy for you when you're working on a project, you can understand what's the purpose of using keys. Is it clear? What is a view? It does not exist on its own. It is a table where it does not contain data on its own, but we are going to get the data from the existing table. So this is how we will call as a virtual table. Okay, like say suppose Sudha doesn't have a lunch box. Okay, what Sudha will do? Sudha will take the lunch box of brother or a sister. She does not have lunch box on her own. She has to borrow from brother or sister. So what she is borrowing? What Sudha is borrowing now? She's borrowing a box. What is that box which she is borrowing from others? That is called as a virtual. It does not belongs to her. It does not belongs to her. But even though she'll be borrowing, for what purpose she has to carry her to office? She don't have a box to carry, right? So she cannot stay hunger without having food that working from morning to evening, right? So then she has to carry a lunch box. That is how she has to borrow from the brother. That is called as a virtual view. Borrowing from someone. Okay, that is how we have a virtual table. That is how we have view. How to create a view? Okay, create view, view name. Syntax says like this. So create view, say suppose emp underscore view, or I'll be taking student underscore view. So what will be the thing? Create view. I'm writing a syntax, view name. Okay, as select star from a table name. Okay, table name. So this is how we have a syntax. According to this, I'll be writing now create view. So what table we have created now? I think what table we have here with the data.
Student.
Yeah, just let's check me. Let me check. Select star from employee. I think we have here semicolon. Yeah, I'll be selecting this. Execute it. Yes, we have row here. Create view. I'll be taking emp underscore view. Okay, we select view name. Create view name as select. Okay, select star from. Select star from. Create view name as select star from table name. What is the name of a table? emp underscore. Okay, semicolon. Create incorrect syntax. Somewhere some mistake is there. Let me check.
Create view has to be only the statements.
Yeah, command executed successfully. See, even though it's correct, it's showing underline. So then if I want to display, then I can go to the view here. Just refresh it. I can able to see the view here. There you can able to see the output here. Somewhere we have views here. So what is the name of a view I have taken here? Name of the view I have taken emp underscore.
EMP view.
So you can
Come
see
down,
some.
sir. Now here we can able to see view.
Yeah.
Please click database once.
Yes, database.
Come
And then
down. Server objects or security. Can you please?
server objects. Then